Yeah. Give thanks for the time, the moment, and the energy. Yeah, man. Real way. No other way, just the real way. Alright, so basically, right, most people forget and neglect their inner world, their inner G, the real source of their vibration and power that we should be gaining every second, minute, and hour. And hours, alright, because it's hours. You know what I mean? And you know, a lot of people neglect who they truly are as a life source, a force of energy, living in a physical realm, in a physical, real, all, reality, right? We're all in it. As in, we are all in a reality that plays different realities. So many people see it in so many different ways. Alright? This is no joking thing. So, at first, you know, we have wicked people, deceiving people. What? Deceiving in a way that it's critical to use a word that can really describe who these people are. Right? They try everything to break you down physically, but no, that's not working too fast. So now they're trying to find ways how to really take you or take people away from that spiritual, that spiral motion of energy and the energies, that spiritual world, that spiritual life. These wicked people want to cut people away from that vibration permanently because of this beautiful time that seems to look so ugly in the sights of many who cannot see clearly. This sounds a way to certain people, but this message is not for everybody, right? I care zero what a person wants to think about me. It's all about the energy. It's all about that power within you, that energetical vibration, right? That spiral motion of energy, that spirit, that energy that lives within the human vessel. For real, for real. And see if people don't really wake up or rise up to that reality, they become stuck in a magnetic vibration, right? A magnetic source of energy that won't move, right? The only way energy can keep going and moving is when it's connected to a motion of flowing energy. Energy needs to be flowing to create more energy. Energy needs to keep flowing to create more life, more light, more bliss, more happiness. If energy is not flowing the way it's supposed to be flowing, it becomes stagnant, it becomes more magnetic without motion, right? without no connection of the flowing energy. The magnetic energy needs a positive charge. It needs a certain connectivity to be connected, to keep flowing. It has to have some sort of connection. Yeah, some sort of connection for the energy to flow. So that magnetic energy depends on a connection, right, to flow that energy. Alright, the reason why magnetic energy is so powerful, because it's really heavy energy, right? It's energy that is scattered on a lower vibration, a low like power in a certain way, because everything has a certain sort of power to it. Everything has a certain sort of power to it, right? There's a power within everything. So the power that I'm speaking about is a power that keeps the frequency of the thing or object or a living force, a lively force in our organic energy, right? And that's the power that I am talking about, the power that keeps the life, right? So even though the magnetic energy is on a low vibration, it's very powerful. What very powerful energy, right? It is used to pull things to it, and that's that water energy too, because water also carry that magnetic energy alongside with that electrical flow. I hope you guys really understand what I'm trying to say. This is no joke. I only put some zest into it to have some, charisma to that vibration also. But anyways, right, you see that magnetic energy, you don't play with that magnetic energy. That magnetic energy is used to create life, to create light, to create life. So people get it twisted up, right? When we mention things like, oh, being negative, that magnetic energy is a form of negative energy, which is a form of feminine energy, right? Which is very powerful. Why I think they want to keep people down on this magnetic energy so much, because they realize that you can be trapped in a certain sort of power, that you can use it to, abuse each other, because it's a power struggle also. Don't get it twisted. It's on every level. It is a power struggle too, because everybody wants to have that sense of being in control to a certain level, right? But we are being put to go against each other, like competing with each other, to have that vibe, to have that energy, to have a certain sort of status. And put it like that, I'm just trying to really explain this thing to the sun grain molecule, right? As simple as possible, right? However, though, you see that energy, we cannot escape it, because it is the energy that the whole galaxy depends on to have that power. Okay, it's when the power is flowing, that's the ultimate power, the divine power. Know that electric vibration, that electric charge can be connected to that magnetic energy and pull it so it can flow. It's pulling on that energy, so that energy is growing, that energy is accelerating, it's climbing, right? Let me say this too about the Kundalini energy. Now, the Kundalini energy is a magnetic energy, right? It stays suppressed. That's the only way they can lock people down, by keeping people down in a magnetic vibration, a magnetic energy, right? It's kind of stagnant. It needs some connection to pull it, right? So stay with me here, please. Stay with me. So now that Kundalini energy, right, which is a form of magnetic energy, it needs that electric charge also to, pull it up. So, through breathing, through meditation, exhaling, right, inhaling and exhaling is a form of building that electrical charge, right, that electrical energy. You're pulling in that air and exhaling it. It's like a moving wheel, like a fan, it's spinning, right? That's why you see a fan, when it's spinning, it creates more air, right? Because it's based on the fact that we as human beings carry wheels, gateways of energetical vibration within us, that they call those so much different names, but many people know them to be as, chakras. Shock. When you hear that word, chakras, right, it's connected to shock, the electric energy, with the sun energy, Ra, shock, Ra, right? It depends on how we breathe. When we do deep breathing, right, it pulls down to the magnetic energy, and when we exhale, we pull on that magnetic energy, saying we're letting it out with a sort of electrical flow. This is how the breath works, right? This is no joke. So based on that vibration of the Kundalini energy, right, it's all about, finding that sense of breathing and feeling that energy rising within the human body from the base of the spine. And that energy can also go all the way down to your feet, feeling the bone in your flesh, feeling it, right? Because the bone is also a form of what iron is, right, in a different dense, right? This is some information that is brand new to people's, people hearing. I'm actually getting information from a zone that people don't really grasp nor understand yet. Most people don't really get that. You have some people here that really into this and know that I'm speaking some factual information right now, right? So the magnetic energy, it is not evil, right? Time depends on this magnetic energy. Everything depends on it. It's life itself, right? Because magnetic energy pull, it has to be through a form of connection, right? Why our souls got pulled to this frequency in the first place. That is very, very, very deep and high for some people to even grasp if they're not listening carefully. I know, alright, overstand, just bear with me. It's just the energy, the vibration right now. Okay? So that magnetic energy is also known as, evil, also known as Satan. Oh man, stay with me. I have my reason why I said that, right? It's also known as six. The sixth energy is a magnetic energy, right? Also known as feminine energy, right? Well, when I say Satan is a form of Satan energy, people know that that's how they categorize it to be, using that term, you know, the devil, the lower energetical vibrations. It has many different terminologies and many different meanings to what that word represents. All right, I'm just using it in this form. Okay, so yeah, that energy, they also call it, you know, when an individual is evil. The same magnetic energy, same lower vibrational energy, but the thing is, it has power in it. It has a power that these people overstand. Yeah, they know it to a certain degree, right? That's why they use it to trap, you know, the soul, capture it, pull the soul in and keep it, you know, until when the soul is ready to be released into a different form. Or if that soul came to this earth and mastered certain rules of nature and laws of how this realm works, that soul move on to a higher source of energy, to a higher form of consciousness, a consciousness that can see within our consciousness and see below certain consciousness, and to how far that consciousness can go, right? Because there's a supreme consciousness, a super consciousness that connects all the consciousness into one consciousness. Yeah, for real, stay with me. So the reason why even consciousness came into this right now, consciousness is happening based on an electrical charge and a positive charge to keep boosting that, you know, knowing also is all about these motions of energies. Now when this energy becomes multiplied, right, it creates more dimensions, it creates more different sections and parts to life. It becomes multi-dimensional when these energies start to multiply in more forms. No? So it's based on those two energetical vibration, the magnetic energy, right, and the positive energy, the masculine and feminine, the 6 and 9, that continues to create life form energies, life in its physicality and life within its spiritual form, light and so forth. Right, so magnetic energy, feminine energy, negative energy, same energy. It's not as what we think it is to be, evil as how people perceive it to be. It's actually an energy. Everything is. Now when they get upstairs, up here, and they present certain things to people, and you know, it's a form of programming the mind how to think in a certain way. Now when people can actually think out of the box, they open their imagination to a greater reality, you know, seeing through the veil. Now gaining this consciousness, this super consciousness, this divine consciousness, is a consciousness that is tapped into the supreme source of consciousness. So one becomes like the energies, multi-dimensional. Yeah. So it begins from understanding what the energies are, the negative and the positive energy. Those are the energies that works in motion to create. It's that creative energy, right? Without the without the positive energy, the magnetic energy cannot create nothing. And without the positive energy, the magnetic energy cannot create anything. They both need each other to continue creating and multiplying. So I think right now that's enough. I could go on, use different terminologies to try to explain what this thing is all about. It's about your energy, my energy, understanding a higher energy, right? A higher spirit that understand the physical role we play here in this earth, right? A whole lot of paradigms, a whole lot of mind space has been shifted into different layers and patterns of thinking. Now, people need to come back into this alignment, right? And whenever they come in this alignment to find wholeness, to understand and understand and higher stand and overstand what the motions of energies are, then they shall gain the consciousness of themselves to know more about the divine consciousness, right? It doesn't matter if these people find ways out to trap us here or lock us off from a greater perspective of life. It doesn't matter about that. It matters about the individual knowing who they are, and that's the key to pull the gate, right? To see the bigger picture, the greater reality, right? They cannot stop you from opening up yourself, right, to a greater perspective of life, having your own power. Because if you or any individual don't have their power within them, anything can come and just do whatever. You have a power, your own power, understand and know your power, then people see that, respect it, right? This is not about we fighting against each other and turning against each other. It's about understanding each and every life force here, and knowing that we are all here to discover our greater purpose. It's not about killing and all of that. That's a programming, right? We don't have to live like that. That's a programming, right? It's all traps within the mental space. If people cannot perceive it up here, they won't receive it nowhere, right? So it's all about going back to your true self, your true power, which is the energies that live within the human vessel. Yeah, it was Ajadi speaking so divine, speaking in a way that most people never come to understand that I am this person, the person who sometimes some people look down on, right? Because we all got that. We all got that. I was gonna stop speak, but I have to say this. We all got that, where other people will look down on you and class you in so much different ways, try to weaken your spirit, right? We all got that, but it's up to us to keep holding on and keep building up no matter what. Real way, no other way, just the real way. You know it's tragedy, full of style and strategy. Love is my philosophy. Power is my protection. Real.